In today's lesson, we're going to look at the area of parallelograms and how they're related to the area of rectangles. So a couple important things. The dimensions of a parallelogram are also referred to as the base and the height. So we'll refer to those as base and height. We're going to use the formula area equals base times height. So that's the same one as the rectangle. And again, the B is the length of the base, and H will represent the height of the parallelogram, which makes a 90-degree angle with the base. So the height of the parallelogram makes a 90-degree angle with the base. Okay, so let's look at why the area of a parallelogram is the same as the area of a rectangle, even though they're obviously different looking shapes. And I'll show you with this part here. If I was to take this triangle right here and cut it off, let me just color it in here. If I was to take this and cut it off of here and move it over there, you could see that, let's just remove it, boom, gone. I've now made a rectangle. So if I take that angled side off and I was to shift it over to the other end, I've now made a rectangle out of that shape. So that's why we can use that formula for a rectangle with a parallelogram. So in this case, for this particular problem, right, my height of the parallelogram is the 4 centimeters. The base is now 9 centimeters, and we can go from there. So the area equals the base times the height. We start with the formula, and then we substitute in area equals 9 times 4. So the area is 36 centimeters squared. Since the area of a parallelogram is so similar to finding the area of a rectangle, we'll just do one more to make sure that we're on the right track. So again, if I was to just cut this off and move it over, you can see that I've now made a rectangle out of this. There's my rectangle. And we would multiply the base times the height. So here's my base, here's my height. One thing I want to point out though is we still have this measurement here, and we don't want to confuse that with anything. So that measurement there, that's measuring this diagonal part right here. And this is neither the base or the height. So we're going to end up with 3 measurements potentially on the parallelogram, and we want to make sure we're picking the right ones. So take your time and be careful when you're doing that, and then we'll go from there. So we'll start with the area equals base times height. We'll substitute our values. So the base is 2, the height is 1 1/3. And then this one we'll probably have to do a little work. So 2 times 1 1/3, which would be 4/3, is going to be 8/3. So that's going to give us an area of 2 2/3 feet squared. And that's it. That's how you find the area of a parallelogram. So now that we've figured that out, I'd like you guys to go ahead and complete the problems in the packet, all the remaining ones, and then we'll do some math space and a big ideas sheet that's posted in Google Classroom.